We have a chairman here today.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing, sir? Could you introduce yourself to us?
Well, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Frank J. Thornton.
Okay.
I am the chairman of the Board of Supervisors of Henrico County, which I represent the Fairfield District.
Okay.
All right, that's awesome. I heard that you are a top man who brought jobs into Richmond, and you have been, your feet must be tired because you have definitely been doing some walking. So how do you feel about that?
Well, you're very kind. Well, what the problem is now, the challenge is now, is economics, and how we resolve that is more jobs.
Okay.
So there was a company called Fareva from France who bought part of Pfizer, and they have a company in Eastern Henrico in the Varina district, of which there were 500 jobs. So the county, along with now the state, put up the financing so that initiative could go through, and so we're saving those 500 jobs. So we don't need to be losing any more jobs. It's all about saving jobs and creating even more.
So what do you think, let's just say for a person who don't think they have rights, or for I'm just saying a person who don't think they can't get a job, or how can we all together make or help, what can our job be to help you get these people to know, yes, there is people out here who will listen, there is jobs you can get, and this is how you have to go about it?
I am so happy that you did ask me that question. And you hit one of the fundamental challenges that we have, that is, people do not know their importance. First thing they need to know is that each person who's born, that they have a political right as a citizen to engage in themselves. And what has happened today is people don't know their rights. And since you don't know your rights, you don't have the appropriate information. And the key to become involved is to get the information. Many times that's how come people don't get jobs. They don't have the information. We don't have the information flow that we should have. And part of my job is to help with it in that regard. So the first thing I would say when a person moves into the area, make sure that that person gets what I call attached politically and get registered, find out what type of schools that they're attending, all those things to help them to be better students. Because the more information that they have, the better of a citizen they're going to be, and a more enlightened electorate, then you have a better locality.
All right.
Now, with these jobs you opened and other ones, is there like a certain website people can go to? Because you can't just walk to a job anymore and fill out paper application. Everything is online now.
No, this is a good question. Now, first of all, I want to make sure I set the situation as it should be. First of all, local government is not in the thing of necessarily doing jobs. This was one of our occasions where we could. Okay. But what we want to do is make sure we get good government out, but when there's a chance to save jobs. Okay. But a part of that piece of jobs is the information. And also the information part is, do we have the skills? And that's the other thing. So you have to have education, the information, all those are extremely linked to each other. And I think that local officials like myself have to help in that regard. That's why I have bi-monthly town meetings. And the objective is real simple, to educate the people and to let them know what services are available, so that when they go to a county enterprise or government, they won't feel intimidated. Because they're the ones that help make it work. They pay their taxes. Exactly. They entitled to certain things. So I want to let them know that, hey, you don't have to hold your head down, but hold your head up, because you are part of this government. Exactly. A lot of people don't understand that they are.
Now that's true. I also have you mentioned a point about people not knowing their rights, and this comes up too, where the police have a little bit of action in this play, and we also have, because a lot of us don't know our rights. Yep. If we get stopped, if things happen, if somebody questions you, this is it's a bad ignorance. I hate to say it like that, because even I have to learn my rights. Yep. As far as what you can and cannot do. And it's not disrespecting any of the police at all. That's not what I'm doing here. But it could be any situation. When you go, I've gone to the welfare system and they told me no about something, or and me not understanding why, and then later on when I go to the internet, or I go speak to a person that's in position who can explain it to me,
that stuff is owed to you,
right? Exactly.
Just because you're a citizen.
So what could we do to help the youth? I don't care if you're Black, Hispanic, Caucasian, to learn your rights?
Very well, because it's not about race necessarily, and when you think about it, it's about information. That's why they call this the information age. Well, one of the things I think that what we have to do with education is we have to go to various places, like we are in Essex Village, and this is a good microcosm of what we have sometimes, that people might not know how important they are and that they do have rights. And just because a person says, no, you can't do that, that doesn't mean that person's right. Remember that one time, people said that slavery was right. So we have to challenge them. But how you really can challenge a person is for that person to know his or her rights, have the economic, educational background so that they can do it. Where do they find this out? They're learning in small groups like civic associations, being part of PTAs, and then getting more involved in working in campaigns. And so we as a group got to do better in that regard. And that's how come sometimes we're taken advantage of, is that we don't know certain things. When I came up, it used to be the thinking, shut up, boy, what you don't want to hurt you. In the 21st century, it could cause your death.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, thank you. I just can't believe, like, you are definitely on point.
Yeah.
And what are some of the other neighborhoods out here, and just some of the other things that we can get the kids involved into, that we can get the youth off the street, and that we can get people to stop selling drugs and just be into, just be into church and just other functions that is so much better and positive.
You put a big one on me, but let me tell you where I came from. I came from Richmond, didn't have a father. So those things where they are important, when you really look at a lot of African Americans, that's our profile. So that means nothing. It's not where you come from or where you're going.
Yep.
So to get back to answer your question then, here are a few things that I've done. And as I was growing up, I saw what happened to me. And that is, I went to school. So education is key. Other thing I did, I listened. So one of the places I used to belong to growing up is called the Red Shield Boys Club. Now, why that was so important in my life is that it gave me a good foundation, because I had to behave myself, I had to abide by the rules. So I took that same profile, and I've established in Henrico County, going back to your question so the kids won't get into this or that, we have a PAL program. Henrico policemen, when I really look back at Henrico is considered an affluent county. But sometimes when you're affluent, you don't think that you have certain issues and problems. But we have a PAL program now that is one of the premier programs, which stands for Police Athletic League. And what it does is work with youngsters. The other thing I'm doing, and I'm so glad I had a chance today to mention it on your radio station, is on October the 8th, we are opening in Henrico County on Laburnum Avenue, the first Eastern Henrico Recreation Center, $13 million in an area of the county that people have been saying, and beat me up, by the way, in the past. So, Mr. Thornton, we don't have this in the East, and they got it in the West, but now we're getting a $13 million facility, not for one group, but for the whole family. And this is what we need, more facilities where there can be education, where we can engage people, let them know their rights, and let young people know that they are our future. So I think it's things like this, we get them engaged. We get them to also to carry them with us when we go to church, carry them with us when we go to certain social events, but those social events that are gonna build people up, carry them up, not ones that just based on, who knows who and all that. So we've got to do some things ourselves as a group. Stop pointing finger at other people and say, hey, we've got to engage ourselves, so we've got to do this that's on our plate. And that's how we've done things in the past. We didn't wait for other people to do everything for us. We just said, give us some assistance.
Now, is there a number or is there a website that people can come and either post to you or call into the division you're in?
Any member of the Fairfield District or who lives in Henrico can always call the following number, 501-4208. And then you'll get my administrative assistant. And any problem or issue in Henrico County, we will address it. No matter which district you live in, Henrico is divided into 5 magisterial districts. Fairfield is just one. And finally, I want to say this, that there's a shift in demographics in Henrico now. Things are shifting toward the east. And the 2 eastern districts are the Fairfield district and the Verona district.
All right.
And so they want to become engaged. and whatever's going on in Henrico. But particularly October the 8th is when the new Eastern Henrico Recreation Center opens.
We hope that we will be there when it does, right with you guys, and excuse me, help as much as we can. Any questions?
I'm good. He
Mr.
wrapped everything up.
Mr. Thornton, thank you so much, and we hope that we can help you guys in any type of way with the Henrico Police Department. We enjoyed them, Captain Hunter, Mr. McKeechin and G today, Mr. Morrissey, Miss Taylor. I mean, I'm so glad that you gave us the information that we needed for today.
Invite me to your radio station so I can review some of these issues. I don't mind doing that too.
Good.
Well, that's the only thing we're going to learn. I mean, we have to learn. That is the most important. Every day, I don't care if you're from 1 year old to 100, we have to learn, and we need this information because a lot of youth, a lot of people, I'm in my 30s, I'm sure in their 40s, they don't know, and that's what we're trying to bring. We're just trying to bring information so everybody can learn, and I have learned so much today from everybody, and I appreciate everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.